Hello, 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 hello. It is a very late start, so I am totally not surprised that there's nobody here. My Wi Fi was down, so I could not go live when I usually do. I was awake and on time and everything, and I had no Wi Fi. So my internet has been wonky the past couple of days. But we're here for now. If my Wi Fi goes out, well, then we're done. But right now, we're good. Cat is haunting me because she's like, oh, I haven't had food for 5 minutes. You must put food down for me. Hey, Darlene. You forgot what you were coming on? Well, hey, TG. Um, I had no internet, so that's why I didn't come on at 2 o'clock. I'm late. I was awake. I'm ready to go and everything. And yeah, my internet's been going in and out the past couple of days. And of course, when I was going to go live, I had the little globe thing on the side saying, "You have no internet. Screw you. You're not going live." So I was watching a movie, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to check just in case because that's what it's been doing. The Wi-Fi has been on, and then it'll be on for a couple of hours, and then all of a sudden it'll crash out, and then I'll get the little icon that says it's back, and I'll go to click on something, and boom, I got the globe again. I'm like, what the hell? So I restarted the computer. That's not it, and I can't reset the Wi-Fi because I cannot reach it. Yay! So the only thing I'd be able to do is shut the power off with the power strip and turn it back on. I don't know if that will screw it up or not. Ow. I'm not a throughway cat. Yeah, I don't know if I don't know if it's the weather or if it's just Spectrum being a dick. I have no idea. But I paid my bills, so it's not that. I know that. I was able to eliminate that issue. So there was no panic when it went out. I was just like, wait, I did pay that, right? Yes, I did. Ugh. Sorry for the noise. Cat needed food, was starving to death, you know. Yeah, Spectrum is always having issues, but hopefully they work it out because I have work to do tomorrow. I moderate for Ella tomorrow and Friday, so it better be working. Oh, Heffrey's leaving YouTube again. Hi, Jennifer. What do you do now, TG? What do you mean to him, you big bully? TG is such a vicious person. So mean all the time. Shame on you. I remembered to email myself pictures that I wanted to share with you guys if my laptop will cooperate. I just forgot to download them from my email. But they're on the computer, which is more than it usually happens. So that's something anyway. Sorry, I currently have Dolly Parton songs in my head. I was watching Dolly Parton movie, Dolly Parton and Burt Reynolds. Whose chat did he quit in this time, right? Well, of course, Jennifer. He's a liar and never keeps his word. So can't go. He, says he's leaving, but he never does. I wonder if we could sue him for breach of promise. All right. So you guys know I'm always bitching about my packages, right? Well, I took a picture day before yesterday. And hopefully this will not lock up my computer. I do not want to have to restart everything again. So my hand was, when I took this picture, my hand was right on the edge of my storm door. Like I had it open about 4 inches and my hand was right on the edge. That box at the bottom is close to my front door. Not close enough, but it is close. But look at where my other packages are. The mail person, granted, did try to get them into the dry area. But I got 3 packages, 3 or 4. I'm not really sure. I think there's one behind the chair. Usually they leave them right at the edge. You can just see the edge of my porch, which is about 4 feet away from where the packages actually are. I give the post office postal worker credit for trying to get them in the dry area, but really, come on. Just walk up the steps all the way and put them near my door. Even put them on top of the other box would have been fine. Yep, they were soaked. Luckily, poly mailers are waterproof, and that package is from Victoria, which means it was taped to shit and back and completely hermetically sealed, so it did not get ruined. Yeah, they got soaked. They were out there for 2 days because there was nobody to bring my mail to me, and I can't reach them. Look how far away they are. I mean, when I say that the edge of my porch is like 14 feet away from my door, I mean it. That's where they leave my packages. So yeah, proof. Oh, and my neighbors did put up their lights. See that? They have a few little lights on their porch. I don't know if they're going to do more. Usually their house looks like Christmas threw up. So actually she did not cover it in Minions. She forgot. So I won't be able to reuse, probably won't be able to reuse the box, but yeah, that's yep. Because that opening right there on the right is where my ramp starts, and straight ahead is stairs. So yeah, that's kind of terrifying. When I go to use the ramp, I have to go right up to the edge of the stairs to, yeah, it's a little scary, but that's the only way they could do it. So yeah, that's where they leave my packages. Yay me. And let's see what else. Yes, I put Simi out a couple of days ago. Well, I put her out every day, of course, but a couple of days ago I put her out. And what, to my surprise, comes running into my yard. I thought he was loose because he could get so close. Her boyfriend came to visit. Apparently, Caesar's tie-out has been extended, or they got a longer one, because that's how close he could almost touch the kennel. Sammy's just like, "Hi, how are you?" They were playing back and forth, but look at how attentive he is. He's like, "Hello, pretty girl." He loves my Simmy. They talk to each other, and he's so gorgeous. But yeah, there's your size comparison right there. They were only about 3.5 feet away from each other. Simmy is a little closer to the camera than he is, but yeah, she's about half his size. But she's like, "Hello there." It startled her at first because just this big dog kept charging at the kennel, but he was making little whimper sounds and wagging his tail, jumping around like a maniac, wanting to play. It was so cute. But I was a little shocked that he got that close because he's never been that close before. So I was like, "Hello, Caesar." Gorgeous dog, though. He's so pretty. So yes, they have a distance romance because, well, if Simi just goes outside, she's gone. That's the one thing I could never train her to do, was stay with me if she was off lead. And he's on a tie out, so that means if she did go over to play with him, she would probably end up with a broken leg because it would get wrapped up in the tie out. So yeah, that can't happen. But they do talk to each other, and have their little conversations, and It's funny because he's the only dog she does not bark at. He can come in the yard and she doesn't. She makes the little talking noises but doesn't bark at him. But any other dog, like stray dogs, come in the yard and she goes off. Get out of my yard. Get off my lawn. Yeah, she is a little old lady. But yeah, that's her boyfriend. That's Caesar. And you can see right there how his collar is pulling on his neck. This is his tie out right here. He's pulling. He wants right up on that fence. He's like, no, I'm not close enough. So, yeah. And what was the other? Oh, the other picture was of the assholes that I took because there's a story behind this picture. And I will show you. I will tell you the story because that's what I do. All right. Here we go. These two assholes looking all nice and comfortable on the box, right? That box used to be facing a different direction and it said stuffed animals on it. Well, it still says stuffed animals, it's just not facing the same direction, so you can't read it. There was also a box on top of it, which had a lot of glass in it, like glass candle holders and things. I was sitting here, minding my own business, and all of a sudden, crash! And I look over, and where that box is was a completely empty space. And I'm like, oh no. They toppled everything. All the glass, the box, it was all blocked in. I could not. I had to try and use my grabber to move things around so that I could move my wheelchair because it was all piled up against my wheelchair. And if I had moved the wheelchair, it would have fallen further and I would not have been able to get out of my room. Yeah, it was not fun at all. I was like, you dicks. So I did manage to get that box back on the shelf. The other one I just tossed to the side because they're old candle holders. Like they still have wax residue in them. And at one point I was going to make candles. So whenever I had a candle that melted down, I wanted to save the glass because I was going to use it to make more candles. Well, that dream is kind of out the window. I won't be making candles, so all of the glass jars that I have hoarded over the past 20 years, yeah, it's been a long distance dream. They're all going to get thrown out. So yeah, I didn't bother putting the glass back up there considering they've already knocked it down once. So I don't care if stuffed animals hit the floor; those can't get damaged. You know what I mean? But I don't need broken glass everywhere. Surprisingly, none of the jars broke. So to let people know, if you pack it right, glass jar candle holders that are mostly empty jars can survive a fall of about 4.5 feet in a box by cat. So yes, we had a cat avalanche yesterday, and I was not happy. So yeah, the assholes are now sleeping on the box. Matter of fact, Onyx is up there right now. So yeah, look at that. They shared it for one day, and then they started fighting over it. So yeah, that's been my week. Chaos. Chaos. Welcome to my world. How's everybody else doing? Happy to report I am still taking my little Z pills as scheduled. I've been a good girl. I've been a very good bear. Taking my pills when I'm supposed to. Good, Darlene. I'm glad. How's New York? You like it there? Yeah. TG, please. What did we tell you about lying? Being good is subjective. I did let my landlord know I have the rent, and he said, okay, and that's the last I heard from him. So we'll see how long it takes him to come pick up rent. I mean, I don't really care. As long as he doesn't pick a day that I don't feel good, I don't care. I did not put my Christmas tree up yet, which is why there was no picture of that. My mom was like, are we putting the Christmas tree up? And she was all excited, and I felt bad because I wasn't feeling good, and I couldn't do it today. So she was like, well, we are putting up the tree. This is what she says to me. we are putting up the tree next week, so get this spot cleared. I'm like, yes, ma'am. Oh, cool, Darlene. He's a mean one, Mr. Grinch. So next week the tree will be up, or my mom is going to clear that spot and just toss everything in a spot and put the tree up herself. So I have to clear everything, otherwise I will not know where anything is. Because this is what she does. Hey, Bobby. Bobby, I looked at your gnome, the gnome you sent me today, and smiled. It made me smile. I was like, oh, my Bobby gnome. I could not open the packages that were sitting out in the rain because they were wet, and I didn't want to get everything wet. So they are drying up on my counter. I know I had one from Nikki and Ella and Victoria. Well, the one for Victoria I did open. And there was another one, and I can't remember what one it was. I have a few actually that are out there because I don't have any place to put anything right now. I figure everything is safer still in the packages, you know? It is, Bobby. That's her new name. Isn't it cute? The porcelain princess. Don't be putting halos out there. You know she'll steal them. Little halo thief. My dog got in trouble this morning. I don't know what her problem is, but the other day it was pouring rain. Right? She did go outside to go to the bathroom, but apparently she didn't want to stay out in the rain that long. She came inside, and while I was doing something in the kitchen, I come out. She pooped in my living room. I'm like, what the hell? You were just outside. What are you doing? And today, I cleaned that up. That's fun. Today, luckily it was not gross. It was not smushy. There you go. And today she went outside and came in and ate. And while she was eating, I was writing something down, and I hear pop, pop, pop behind me, and I turn around and she's pooping in my living room. I'm like, oh hell no! I'm like, what are you doing? Because as soon as she eats, when she's done, she comes and gets me, and we put her outside. And she just was like, oh well, I'll just go inside. No, hell no, you won't. So she did not get to greet my mother at the door today. That was her punishment. She had to go back in the bedroom and wait. And I told my mother she was a bad girl this morning. And my mom comes in and she's like, were you a bad girl? I'm like, oh yeah, that'll do it. So yeah, my mom talked to her like she was, 10 months old. And so gotta love my mother. She's like, were you a bad girl? I'm like, what the hell? How come you didn't talk to me like that when I got in trouble? My mom actually took longer to get here this morning than normal. And I was starting to be concerned because it was really foggy here this morning. So just as I grabbed my phone, she pulled in the driveway and she told me she had almost gotten all the way here and she had to turn around and go back because she had left my rent money at home at her house. And she said her little chihuahua got so excited because she came back in the house and then looked so confused because she went back out the door. I was like, oh. And apparently the dog had double trauma because my daughter did the same thing this morning. She laughed and then came back because she forgot to get her dog because she takes her dog to doggy daycare once a week, apparently on Wednesdays. I'm like, okay. Can't help pay for food, but you're paying for doggy daycare. You go, girl. Can't buy your kid a pizza, but you can buy doggy daycare. Yeah. We do not want me to fucking rant about that. Nope. Hey, Anvil. Woohoo! That tickled. Careful, depending on where you're poking me, that could be foreplay. And speaking of ranting, where's my Susanna and Tina? What the fuck? Your ass is in here. So I can say, how the fuck are ya? And that I love you guys. I miss you. I don't? Are you sure? Anvil, I'm trisexual. I'll try just about anything once. Keep in mind, I said just about. I don't do children. I don't do animals. Mm-mm. There are limits. I've kissed a girl. Quite a few, actually. Hey, you know, if you kiss a girl at a bar, you get free drinks. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Lick frosting out of their cleavage, and the whole table gets free drinks. So I've heard from a friend. Happy birthday. Hey, I've lived. Okay. Like I said before, I am very glad that I had well, I could probably skip a few of the experiences I've had, but I am very glad that I've had most of the experiences that I've had when I was able to enjoy them, because now, of course, I'm stuck in the house. So, and that sucks. I miss Susanna too. I do. She does have her a show scheduled for January, so she's coming back, but she's not soon enough. I want her now. Susanna, I want you now. Now, now, now. She is. She is a beautiful soul, and so is Tina. The two of them together are a force to be reckoned with, man. I love their interaction. I really do. I love the way they get along. I've told them both that it reminds me of the way John and I related to each other in a lot of ways, and that makes my heart happy that other people are able to relate to each other that way. It speaks to a serious depth, and I like it. I'm gonna get all mushy, and I'm gonna cry, and then you're gonna cry, and even TG might cry. Tina is absolutely hilarious. Aki macaroni and cheese, which is a classic that will live on forever. That's the good cheese. It's for my macaroni and cheese. Fuck you, macaroni and cheese. I love that. Uh-huh. They do. Well, I don't know. See, John and Issa were married, and they were the poster children for divorce. Okay, but whenever the three of us were out in public, everybody thought John and I were together, and Issa was like the nanny. They really did. They would ask us that. They're like, "Your nanny is kind of grumpy," and we just laugh. Uh, because I mean, John and I were both like Casper the Ghost type of thing, and Issa is darker because she's half Panamanian, and Talon is darker. So I'm like, how do you think Talon came about? I'm like, what? But yeah, that was funny because John and I communicated better than Issa communicated with, well, everybody. So, you know, when I after John died and I had to go back to my first surgical appointment, I pretty much lost it because I was in the same room that they always put me and John in, and of course his chair's empty, so that was, heart crushing. But I was trying to hold it together so that I wouldn't be all weepy for the doctor because my surgeon was awesome. He was absolutely fantastic, and he said that he would miss the interaction that John and I had when we were at his office because he looked forward to my visits because it always made him laugh. And in his line of work, where he's doing surgery on people, I mean, he's cutting off limbs and doing mastectomies and doing some really, harsh things to people. People are not really happy when they go in there. Outside doing the big lights on the holly, and I needed my neighbor's help. No problem, Dibble. My prosthetic guy said the same thing. That yeah, he always looked forward to John and I being there because we always made him laugh. Because I mean, think about it. Prosthetic guy, you're dealing with people that have lost a limb, and it's a very depressing thing to lose a limb. I can verify that. So people that went in there weren't always happy, and dealing with depressed people consistently all day long causes its own depression. Yeah, we were comedy relief. We really were. Because we would joke around. We joke around with him. The first time we were in there, he didn't know what to do. The prosthetic guy, he didn't know what to do. Um, and then he joked back, and John and I just looked at each other and we're like, "All right, this guy's all right," you know. So then we would include him in jokes and things like that. Like when he was doing my doing the casting for my leg, he had to take this sleeve and it had to be tied around my waist so that it was tight on my leg. And then they put the goop over that to make the cast. And as he's tying the thing up, I was like, "So is this practice for you for later? Like, bondage knots and stuff?" And he paused for a minute and he's like, I mean, because he had to come around my waist, he's like 2 inches from my face. And he sat back and just busted out laughing. He goes, "Oh my God, that was good." He's like, "That was hysterical." I was like, "You're welcome." So yeah, I mean, I don't like to see people that are very somber and just serious all the time. No, don't get up on a ladder by yourself. You better have somebody there helping you. And what are you doing texting while you're on a ladder? Come on, girl. So yeah, we used to make people laugh wherever we went. It worked out much better when John was sober because when he was not sober, my PTSD was kicked in, so it was a little hard for me to be humorous. But when he was sober, him and I were, oh, good, not on there now. Um, when he was sober, we could make everybody laugh. So, I mean, I did the same thing with the nurses. Um, when my 5 day, 2 5 day stints and my 4 day stay in the hospital, um, I made every one of my nurses laugh except for the nursezillas. I got one horrible nurse on each stay, and they came in with attitude, and I told them to take their attitude and walk right back out the door. Go outside, take a deep breath, come back inside without the attitude. Because I was not going to be their emotional punching bag for whatever the fuck their problem was. So whether they needed chocolate or they needed to go get laid, whatever they needed to do, go do it, then come back. And then they would laugh, and then we'd be fine. But yeah, I wasn't putting up with that crap because I was already in a bad headspace as it was being in a hospital. And to have somebody come in and give me attitude, people does like everything big. I've heard that. The bigger, the better. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, it's funny. Right now, Marty is on the box. Onyx is on the box, and Marty is up on top of the bookshelf. And Onyx's tail, the very end of her tail, is twitching just a little bit because she knows Marty is up there, and she's like, "Don't fuck with me." Yeah. Ooh, Dibble, do you have big balls? And the balls. Blech. Oh my. Hey, do you know how that expression started with George Takei? I learned this the other day. George Takei's infamous "Oh my." I found out where that started, and it was not on Star Trek. Hey, Carol. Good afternoon. TG's got duck boobs. She's got honkers. Although that would be geese, so I guess ducks would be she's got quackers. Um, George Takei's "Oh My" started on the Howard Stern show. He got scheduled. When they do the publicity things where you just get scheduled and you're told to go somewhere, and he's like, you just go. So he's like, so they scheduled me for this radio show, and I went there, and I was in the waiting room, and they had the radio on, and he was listening to Howard Stern's show, and he was like, this show is horrible. And the PR person that was with him said, yeah, that's the one you're going on. And he was like, what? And she's like, yeah. She's like, matter of fact, he's ready for you. She's like, come on. So they go in, and Howard said something really perverted, typical, right? And something about George Takei having a big dick or something. And George Takei looked at him and goes, are we on the air right now? And Howard was like, of course. And George went, oh my. And Howard recorded it. And ever since then, anytime somebody is shocked or outraged about something, he plays George Takei's voice going, oh my. And George Takei just adopted it because he's the one who said it. So he kept using it. So that's how the oh my started, was on the Howard Stern show. I thought that was funny as hell. You learn something new every day. Yep. Yep. Little bits of trivia knowledge in my head that is totally useless until I have some story to tell, or it pops in my head. Yes, we know you are quackers. So, yeah. Well, hurry up, Benzo. Jeez. Oh my, people come and go so quickly here. Are you a good witch or a bad witch? I'm not telling, so, piss me off at your own peril. That's all I'm saying. Very good, Bobby. Yeah. Keep trying, TG. Keep trying. In fact, you're a fibber and a Halo thief. For shame, TG. Santa sees this. You're not going to get any presents. You're on the naughty list. Like, for life. Yes, give Kathy's Halo back. I missed my Kathy, too, my giggle girl. That's right, pants on fire, liar, liar. Of course, that would be hard for me because I'm not wearing any, but it's a good thing I don't lie. Yeah, Pinocchio. Oh my. You guys are silly. So much silliness in my chat. I like it. So hopefully my internet will be working correctly tomorrow because I have to moderate tomorrow. I am moderating tomorrow and Friday for Miss Ella. Ella. And tomorrow's at 1 o'clock is the Booted Chick and Virtual Shopkeeper. So Rita and Dee Dee will be on tomorrow. Awesome. Awesome. I don't know, Jennifer. Mm-hmm. Just because you steal her halos doesn't mean that you're related. It just means you're a halo thief. You got sticky fingers, Miss Welsh brat. Yeah, I don't know where she's been. I'm assuming she's been dumpster diving. I hope she's feeling okay. Because I know when it gets cold, her lungs start giving her a hard time. So hopefully she's okay. You wish you were related, TG. And honestly, it doesn't matter what you change your name to. I'm still calling you TG. Because there's no way in hell I'm calling you PP. Okay? Uh-uh. Nope. That's a big old nope. Yeah. Yeah, the last video she had, it had rained. It was all icky. Kind of sucked for her. So much stuff was soaked. Yeah. So I do have enough for my StreamYard. I'm just not doing it yet until my hours run out. Might as well, use the free hours up, and then I'll pay for it so that I have it for Christmas. Yeah, she's always getting sick. I feel so bad for her. But I do have enough left on my card for my StreamYard. So yay! Woohoo! That's all I have left. It's enough for my StreamYard, but it's there, so we're good. As long as there's no surprise deductions off my account, I'm good. I hate that when I forget that stuff, is auto paid or whatever, and all of a sudden I'm like, shit, where'd the money go? Yeah, I hate that. I think all that stuff's already been taken out. And I know my bills are all paid. So I'm good there. Oh, it's so gloomy here. Gloomy, gloomy, gloomy. That was a weird sound. Weird noises from outside. Like it sounded like a truck, but there's no truck. You know what I mean? Weird. So I'm not going to go too long today because I did start late. And there's supposed to be something on right now. Does Victoria go on today with Adam? I can't remember if it's today or yeah, it's today. Thanks. Well, I mean, for like my Amazon Prime is an automatic payment, and the membership, Victoria's membership, is an automatic payment. Things like that. StreamYard was an automatic payment too until there was no money in the account, and my thing went, "Your payment did not go through," and I'm like, "Oh well, shit." So, but those are the only things I do auto pay on. And like I used to when I had Kindle Unlimited and Netflix, they automatically paid every month. But my bills, I do not because I did that once with my water bill, and they double charged me, and I was not happy because they didn't want to give me my money back, and I was like, yes, you will, you know. So I don't do it with bills, but I will do it with the smaller amounts. But my water bill at the time, we had a leak. It was on our side of it too, so we had to pay for it. But I think the bill was like $200, and they charged me 400, and I'm like, no, I need that 200 for my mortgage. And they were like, well, you have to file. Well, I was like, give me my money back now. And I was flipping out. So yeah, I'm a member on Victoria's channel because I like to go with the chat on Fridays and chit chat with people. I miss it because she used to do it all the time, and then she stopped, and then she does the members chat on Fridays. So yeah, I pay $7 a month to talk to people. For an hour. My life is so sad. But yeah. Victoria's is the only channel I'm a member on. I can't afford to be a member on multiple people. Yeah. Well, that's because in order to help her with stuff, she has to see it right away. And if I put it in the chat, by the time she gets to it, she'll forget what I'm talking about that she needed help with. So, like pronouncing a word or, wait, what did I ask for the ones for? And, she's always so far behind. The only way to help her is to message her. So that's what I do. Or to warn her, like, hello, so and so has only had this channel for a day. Don't give them a wrench. Things like that. So. And every once in a while, I send her a little picture to make her laugh, But I'll tell you, there are a lot of times when those dings are going nuts, and it's not me. None of them are me. She usually says when it's me. So, yeah. Heffrey was messaging her all the time about stupid random shit that it wasn't necessary to send her a message about during her show because it didn't have anything to do with the show, It was about his pictures or whatever. And yeah. Georgia used to do the same thing. She'd put it in the chat, and because it took Victoria a while to get to it, she'd message her with the same thing that she just put in the chat. And that's kind of stupid, But yeah, I agree, Bobby. Well, I mean, Heffrey became too much of a pain in the ass. He was too needy, and he kept interrupting her chat and causing problems. So, time to go. Yeah, I haven't either. But I've asked Victoria because there are people that make comments about me messaging her during the show, and I told her I was like, if it's bothering people and you want me to stop, I can stop. And she goes, oh God, no. She goes, please help me. So, she has asked me to help her like that, and until Victoria tells me to stop, then it will continue. So people can deal with it. I cannot let her struggle. I just can't. It hurts me when she struggles over a word, or she can't remember the name of something, or she doesn't pronounce something correctly. It hurts me. I have to fix it. So, what happened to who? Georgia? No idea. Not on my top 10 people that give a damn about, but yeah, I wish her well. I don't wish any ill will towards her, but I'm not exactly missing her either. Good to know, Dibble. You do what? You miss her? Well, that's okay. You can. I allow for that. People are entitled to their own opinions. She just annoyed the crap out of me, so I'm not missing the stupidity she put in the chat. I'm really not, but hey, to each their own. TG, that's me. No idea, Bobby. Right next to South Carolina and Florida. And by the way, Herschel Walker was voted out. So thank God for that, because what the fuck is wrong with it? He must have been playing football without a helmet at some point, because damn. That man just needs to go sit down before he hurts himself. But yeah, they finally did the little runoff thing for the midterms, and the other guy won. So I don't want that kind of craziness in the state next to me. You know what I mean? It's like, no, go away. Be gone with you now. Cool. That sucks. I won't be able to see it. It's all clouded over. Cat, pick a spot, lay down. Stop moving around so much. Damn. It's twitchy. Well, Walker lost. Trump wants to throw the whole Constitution out. Kanye wants everybody to forgive Hitler. Yeah, the world is turning into a very crazy place. It really is. Craziness. Everybody has hair in their ear, TG. Everybody does. Everybody has hair in their nose too. They work as filters, natural filters. That's how the body works. No. Ow. My dog just looked at me funny, like, what are you doing? It is getting very dark in my room. And it's only 4:15. It's really, because it's so gloomy out. Turn my light on. I can't see the cats moving around. I need to be able to block effectively. Quit looking at me. Go hunt your food bowl down. So, yeah, we're definitely in a very strange world these days. I'll tell you, I'd rather deal with werewolves than some of these wackadoodles. Because, Herschel Walker says werewolves can kill a vampire now. Well, damn, Jennifer, that's got to be a teeny tiny little razor to get inside her ear to get the ear hair out. I wouldn't do that if I were you. Not recommended at all. No, no, it is not. Yo, yo, yo. Yeah. This weather is killing my arthritis. I am living on Tylenol. I'm almost out of Tylenol. Hmm. Moment of silence is brought to you by I have nothing to fucking talk about. Yeah. Here you go. Who likes musicals? Like movies. That's what I was watching. I was watching a musical. Dolly Parton and Burt Reynolds. Yeah, my hands, my knees, my back. Yeah, my neck. Yep. Dolly Parton and Burt Reynolds. Best Little Whorehouse in Texas. Awesome, awesome movie. I love Dolly Parton. I do. I'm not big into country, but I love Dolly Parton. Anybody that can have boobs that big around, well, until she got the reduction, they're still massive, but anybody that could have those boobs around and still act and sing and perform, she's got my vote, man. And her voice is just amazing. I don't know. Dolly Parton has always touched me for some reason. Yeah, Jennifer, my life hurts too. Yeah. She was on Jimmy Fallon the other day. The other night she was on Jimmy Fallon. And I mean, I know she pays a lot of money to look like that, but she still looks absolutely fucking amazing. You know? She even said, she goes, I pay a lot of money to look like this. But yeah, she is an incredible person. She really is. Although, the shit at her theme park is so expensive, you can't afford to go there. It's worse than Disney World. But, you know, yeah. So now I have the song Texas Has a Whorehouse in It in my head. Texas has a whorehouse in it. Do, do, do. Yep. Because I have it on DVD. John got it for me. One day I was sitting in here and I was like, you know what? I want to watch Best Little Whorehouse in Texas. I love that movie. And I couldn't find it anywhere. And he found it at the well, I found it online. They wanted way too much money for it. He found it at the pawn shop. 95 was an awesome movie too. He found it at the pawn shop and brought it home for me. So yeah. Yep. She is. She is. She's very giving. She helps a lot of people, you know. My godmother actually used to work at Dollywood. She worked at the candy store in Dollywood. The candy shop. Yeah, pawn shop. John did a lot of shopping at the pawn shop when he wanted movies or whatever, because the pawn shop down the street here, not too far from us, would sell DVDs for like $2 a piece and games for like 3. So he'd go down there and start scanning through their shelves and stuff. I mean, he gave them enough business and did enough business, you know what I mean? Because he was constantly pawning stuff too. So they knew him well. He'd walk in the door and they'd go, buying or selling today? He'd be like, well, my hands are empty. They're like, okay, so you're buying today. All right. Yeah. Yeah, we got one of those too, called Pandora's Box. They have good stuff there. It's a very big place. And no, the floors are not sticky. They don't have those little window things in there or anything. It's just stuff. Most hilarious thing ever was when he went in there and asked them if they had a how-to video on blowjobs because his girlfriend didn't know how to do it right. They were like, "Yeah, pick any porno on the shelf." Yeah, he said he tried that and it wasn't working. Then he wanted me to talk to her. I was like, "I am not talking to your girlfriend about blowjobs and your dick. Mm-mm. There are lines that should not be crossed, and that is one of them." It's like, damn it. I'm like, well, you should have given up the best then. Anyway, mm, he made lots of choices he regretted later. Well, Marty won the battle for the box because Onyx is now sitting here looking at me like, bitch took the box. These cats, I'm telling you. It's a good thing I don't have alcohol because they would drive me to drink. And speaking of being driven to drink, Victoria will be on Ella's on Friday morning, 10 a.m. Bum, 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 bum. That's always a chaotic mess and funny as hell. I love modding for Ella. She's so much fun. Although Booty Chick is kind of in that Christian realm, so we have to. She kind of more, I think. Mm, Probably gonna have to keep it toned down a little bit, but that's okay. I can do that. If Ella strays offline, though, it's not my fault. And I will have to keep my pagan remarks to a non-existent. Rita doesn't like pagans or the concept of them, because Rita and I get along fine, but we're not going to push that envelope. You know what I'm saying? I don't throw it in people's faces. Where'd everybody go? Y'all left me here with TG. What is wrong with you people? TG is unsupervised in my chat, people. Yeah. Hi. Oh, good. Enville's back. Okay, Jennifer. Get me something good. Trying to fish up this damn hat. Alrighty then. I will reiterate once again, and I will say it every live I have from now until Christmas. There is no war on Christmas. So if you hear people talking about, oh, there's a war on Christmas, tell them to fuck off. Okay, there is no war on Christmas. Just I'm gonna say that every single live because I get so sick of seeing it all over my Facebook because I do have Christian friends on my Facebook, and every single Christmas, it's the reason for the season, and don't let them kill Christmas. And I'm like, oh my God, shut up. The hell. Yeah. Mm. So, yeah. No, there isn't. TG, you're getting big fat lumps of coal because you're on the naughty list, and naughty list gets coal. You're not getting presents. No prezzies for you. You know, I have actually had people in the past yell at me for saying happy holidays. I was like, what? Yeah, at Walmart, in line, at the register. And it was the cashier that yelled at me. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah. Because she finished ringing on my order. I was like, thank you, happy holidays. And she's like, it's Merry Christmas. And she just went off on this tangent. And there were like 6 people in line. And I'm like, are you seriously yelling at me because I just wished you a happy thing? Um, aren't isn't Christmas considered a holiday? So happy holiday. What the fuck are you yelling at me for? Are you this fucking stupid? And I went off. And everybody in line was like, oh shit. And I was just like, well, fine. I hope you get cold for Christmas, bitch. And I laughed. I couldn't believe she yelled at me for saying happy holidays. I mean, if someone says Merry Christmas to me, I will respond with, oh, thank you, Merry Christmas. Because that's their holiday that they're wishing me happiness, right? I personally, if I'm the one who initiates it, I say happy holidays because it covers all the holidays that happen this time of year. Because there is more than just Christmas. So I mean, you've got Jewish holidays, you've got African holidays, you've got pagan holidays, you've got Christian holidays, you've got all kinds of different holidays. So if I initiate it, like right now, I would tell all of you happy holidays, except Emville, who said Merry Christmas. I would say Merry Christmas, Emville. Um, I respond in kind. If somebody wished me Happy Hanukkah, I would say, "Oh, Happy Hanukkah." It has nothing to do with my personal preferences. It just has to do with how they greeted me, or that they wished me some kind of joy. Why would you yell at somebody for wishing you something good? It makes no sense. I'm like, and a happy new year. Yep. I mean, damn. That's like saying have a nice day and having someone rip your head off. You know what I mean? It makes absolutely no sense. So yeah. So I gave her shit right back and told her to fuck off. I take my happy holiday back. Hope your holiday sucks, douchebag. Hope you get paddles to go with your douche canoe. I could never understand that, why people would get so outraged at the fact that you say happy holidays. You know? Right? Well, coming from you, porcelain princess, that would make sense. Bonnie! Hi, Bonnie. So yeah, I just cannot wrap my head around the fact that someone would yell at you for saying happy holidays. You know? I, just, I don't get it. But yeah, I respond to a greeting that is given to me in kind. So if people wish me Merry Christmas, I say Merry Christmas. It's not my holiday, but hey, I like presents. If somebody says Happy Kwanzaa, I'll say Happy Kwanzaa. You know, it's called coexisting, and it's very easy to do. But there's some people that have to find an agenda on everything and just grrr. Always in attack mode. You can't enjoy things if you're always on the attack. So stop it, people. Oh, TG's there. That's Porcelain Princess. Is TG. She changed her name, Envil. They get it, porcelain, because when you've been celebrating your holidays too much, you worship at the porcelain god. Well, now you can worship at the porcelain princess. Yeah. Yep, had a few of those experiences too, where your like head is halfway in the toilet and you're like, oh god. Yeah, yeah, long time ago, but it's still that I vaguely remember. Memories are a little hazy because yeah, it was that bad with a shiny crown that she probably stole from someone else. Thief. Yeah, she's no doll, that's for sure. Except maybe Pinocchio. Yay, Darlene. Yeah. Uh huh. Sure you are. I wouldn't cuddle with you. You know why? Because when them angels come looking for all their halos, I'm not going to be in the way. Mm-mm. That's a nope zone. Mm-mm. Nope. Those angels carry swords. Mm-mm. Nope. So, I mean, all I can say is that if you're out in public, which I don't have to worry about anymore, um, but if you're out in public and people wish you a happy holiday or a Merry Christmas or whatever, just respond in kind or simplify it and say, oh, thank you, you too. I mean, it is not going to destroy your faith to wish somebody a cool Yule or a happy Kwanzaa or something. It's not going to interfere with your religious belief at all to wish them a happy day. It, it's really not. That'd be like eating rainbow trout and thinking you're going to be gay. I mean, come on. You know what I mean? It's stupid. Now, if somebody attacks me for it on YouTube, then yeah, we're all going to hear about it because that will be a rant. That'll definitely be a rant. But because my holiday would be Yule and it starts December 21st and it ends in January. So to hell with all y'all, I get 12 days of my holiday. It ends January 1st, from the 21st to the 1st, which is where the 12 days of Christmas originally came from. So just like Hanukkah, I get more than one day. Yeah. People that celebrate Christmas get one day. What do I celebrate? Yule. Um, let's see. The technical definition of Yule um, is a festival historically observed. I'm going to read off Google because I don't have it memorized. I just know it's a winter holiday. Festival historically observed by the Germanic peoples, scholars have connected the original celebrations of Yule to the wild hunt, the god of Odin, and the pagan Anglo-Saxon Mother's Night, homing a Yule log in 1832, also called Yuletide and Yulefest. So what they used to do is they used to cut down a tree, um, and they'd have it big enough that it would burn for all 12 days. And that was your Yule log, which is where your Christmas tree comes from. So a lot of the things that you have in Christianity for Christmas originated in the pagan traditions, like holly and putting the boughs, evergreens out, gifts, things like that. They all originated with pagans or before Christianity people. So yeah, it's the winter solstice celebration. Traditions of Yule, like what is traditionally done for Yule, are bonfires, decorating with holly, mistletoe, and the boughs of evergreen trees, ritual sacrifices, which are not living sacrifices. They're like herbs and spices and food, things like that. Feasts and gift giving. So basically, it's the same thing. And Christians put their Christmas then because they were trying to convert pagans to Christianity. And since Yule was a very huge um, celebration, they put their Christmas then to kind of blend everything together so that Christian, pagans would celebrate Christian holidays. It was a way of converting them. Yep, 12 Days of Christmas was originally is for Yule, and that's where your 12 Days of Christmas come from, because Christians changed it to 12 Days of Christmas instead of Yule. Yep. And I mean, we don't care. Hey, if you guys want to borrow the good stuff, we're fine with that. You know what I mean? We don't care. We share. I mean, we can have that opinion now because, nobody's trying to kill us. It was a little different when it first started, but now, I mean, being pagan, I don't care. People can celebrate whatever they want to celebrate as long as it's not hurting anybody, which none of them are. Um, you do you, boo. There are some pagans that get very upset, and I think that's stupid. Really? Hmm. Yeah, they arranged it however they wanted to arrange it. But there are, I mean, just like there are right wings in and extremists in all factions of life, there are extremist pagans that are all like, no, that's our holiday. Rah, 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 rah. Fuck you, dude. Smoke a joint, chill, relax, suck down some eggnog, and shut the fuck up. You know? So, yeah, it is in the song. Um, I don't I don't think there's any reason to get all pissy and upset about anything that has to do with something that's supposed to be a happy, joyful occasion. You know? Yeah. And hi, Rhonda. So, you know, that's why I always hated Black Friday is because people would go to Black Friday to try and, yeah, I mean, you're trying to save yourself money while getting presents for the people that you care about. And there's people in there beating the crap out of each other. It's like that is not really the way to celebrate a holiday. Um, Tree comes down after Little Christmas. Which one, TG? Which of your stolen halos are you shining? So I've never understood why people get so angry at other people during the holidays. I mean, I know it's stressful, but damn, you know, it's ridiculous. And see, for pagans, first day of Yule is December 21st. It's the winter solstice. So everybody also, and some people start 12 days before Christmas so that on the last day of Christmas is Christmas Day. I don't know, it's whatever they want to do. Yeah, I was always sad. My parents always took the tree down New Year's Day or the day after New Year's. They would take the tree down. And my birthday is January 22nd. I always wanted it up just because I liked it. Of course, we usually had a blizzard and nobody could ever get to my house for a birthday party, so that kind of sucked. Except it meant I got to eat all the cake. Hence why I'm a fat bear. So, but yeah. So that's why, I mean, I wish people happy holidays and it covers everything. You know what I mean? It covers the entire winter holiday season. Have a nice day. Rumpa bum bum. You know what I mean? Yeah, Bonnie, as far as I know, I'll be doing another measuring on Friday, and we'll see if I've lost any more centimeters, inches, whatever. But yeah, I'm still taking them like I'm supposed to, so hopefully they are. I mean, I don't really have to worry about the appetite suppressant part because I don't eat that much. But yeah, the only time I had anything to do with Catholic celebrations was at Easter, and I was, I think, 13, 12 or 13, and I was not prepared for all the bell ringing and weird things that go on at Easter Mass. It kind of freaked me out a little bit, but I was sleeping over at my friend's house and she was Catholic, so we had to go. Yeah, TG. I don't know so much about thin, but thinner would be really good. Um, it would make maneuvering and moving and all of that a lot easier, a lot more comfortable. Yeah, but I'm doing what I'm supposed to. I'm being a good little bear, taking my pills when I'm supposed to. Hey, Thomas. Good day, mate. How's everything down under? How's your fish? Which sounds like a really weird question if you don't know that Thomas put shorts out about his fish. Awesome. I'm glad your fish are doing well. That was the one part of working at the pet store that I hated was helping people with fish because there were just too many different things to have to remember. And I didn't want to kill people's fish. So, because depending on the tank size, you needed the lid, you needed the gravel, you needed, or if they were doing an under gravel filter, you needed to make sure that they didn't stack all kinds of slate on it. It was crazy. And then people just wanted to throw a crap ton of fish in all at once, and they can't do that. And oh my God, I was like, no. Yeah, always hated doing the fish. I could deal with puppies, cats, the lizards, the snakes. I could even deal with the scorpions, although I was not handling them, or the spiders. But the fish drove me crazy. I could get them from people, but doing fish tank setups, nope, hated it. Hated it. I'm bilingual. I'm multilingual. I speak English, sarcasm, and bitch fluently. You speak fibber, porcelain princess. Oh, you recovered, did you, Rhonda? I was born a Catholic, but I recovered. I've heard that so many times. And I do know you should never put snakefish in with Jack Dempsey's because they will eat them. And snakefish are very expensive. That was a very, very expensive dinner those fish had. You speak bad English and bad French. I took French in high school. I never could speak it fluently. Although one phrase that was drilled into my head was taisez-vous. Taisez-vous, darling. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I know. My teacher told me to shut up a lot. Oh, and I learned tu es un tête de merde. Learned that one from a substitute French teacher. She was fun. We called her Miss Fifi because she looked like a French poodle, literally. She had big poofy hair and she had really big boobs and a tiny little waist. And she had a bamming butt. I mean, she was none of the boys in my French class did anything the whole time she was substituting. They just sat there and drooled. She was very sweet though. She was. And she one of the boys did something stupid and she was like, chewing on merde. And I was like, ooh, that one's gotta be good. And I looked it up and I was like, she called him a shithead. Yeah. I used that one on John. And he could never remember what it meant. He'd be like, you just insulted me, didn't you? I was like, uh-huh. I did get him down to the point where he knew when I said "Quelle heure est-il?" He knew that I was asking what time it was. So he did get trained for that one. That was pretty good. He's like, I have a hard enough time speaking English. Why are you throwing French at me? I was like, for fun. This is the first time he said ambulance. I fell off my chair laughing because he said ambulance. And I laughed so hard. I'm like, what the fuck did you just say? And he refused to change the way he said it. So every time he said it, I would laugh my ass off. Yep. Mange la merde. Eat shit. Yes, I did get told to shut up. So apparently I talked a lot in class because it was a frequent saying to the point that I memorized it. Yeah, ambience. I'm like, what? That's right. When my son was how old was he? I think he was 4. He called an elevator an alligator. He's like, mommy, I want to go in the alligator. I was like, what? Yeah, it was funny. Not as good as my friend, my godson Dustin, who used to say fuck instead of truck. So we were out in public at one point, and he went, mommy, look, a fire fuck. She was so embarrassed. I was laughing my ass off, and all Dustin could do was point and get all excited about the fire truck. It was so funny. kids, right? Yep. I taught both my kids to count to 10 in French when they were little. They probably don't remember it now, but I don't know why. I just, I'm like, hey, something different. But I was never what you would call fluent in French. I'm fluent in sarcasm and bitch. I'm very fluent in those, but that's funny. Yeah, there were a few times Talon came out with words because he had speech impairment. Talon would come out with some words sometimes, and we'd look at him and go, "What did you just say?" Before we yelled at him, because his mom started to yell at him one day, and I was like, "Wait, wait, wait! What are you yelling at him for?" And she was like, "He said da da da." I was like, Hold on," and I was like, "Talon, what did you say?" And he was afraid to say it again, and I was like, "It's okay, honey. You're not going to get yelled at. What did you say?" And he told me, and I was like, "Hmm." I'm like, "That's not what he's trying to say." I was like, "Can you point to it?" And he pointed to it. He wanted his damn cup, and he was saying crap. And so she started to yell at him. I was like, "You can't yell at him. You have to wait and see what he's actually trying to say." She had no patience with him whatsoever. He used to make me so mad. So, and that's one of the reasons I insisted. I told John, I was like, "You tell her to get him into speech therapy," because me telling her wasn't doing shit. But I was like, "You're his dad. You tell her to get him in speech therapy, or he's going to have a horrible time in school." And so he did. And within a year, he was talking better. So, yeah. Yeah, that's what he did too, Bonnie. Firefuck. Yep. Instead of fire truck. I was. I looked at my friend. I was like, "Well, it depends. I said cute." Hey, hey, Vivi. Kids are great. I miss Talon. I haven't seen him in a while. Haven't heard. They didn't even text me and wish me happy Thanksgiving or anything. I didn't know if they were doing stuff with family, so I didn't want to text and interrupt or anything. But I did not hear from them. However, if I don't hear anything by Christmas, I will definitely text her and wish them a Merry Christmas. Because, yeah, for that one, I do Merry Christmas because she is whew, all about Christmas, is a religious thing. Absolutely. So, oh, cool, TJ. See, here they have, let's see, what were my choices when I was in school? Spanish, German, and French were the choices in school where I was. I don't know what the choices would be now. Because I don't, well, I could ask my mom because the kids are in, grandkids are in high school, but I don't know if they have different choices now. Yeah, I never did the Spanish one either. Although I do know a few keywords in Spanish, I will not repeat them. I learned them from John, who hung out with Mexican gangs in California. So hmm, he knew some of the members of Norteños in California way back in the day. Okay, for real, he sold them their drugs. Okay, that's how John knew them. He got along with them really well. Um, but yeah, way back in the day, he was bad. Agua, yeah, taco, burrito. I'll tell you the funniest thing I ever heard was Issa trying to say jalapeno because she said jalapeno. And I stopped mid step one day. I'm like, what did you just say? And she's like, jalapeno. John wants me to get jalapenos. And I'm like, you mean jalapenos? And she goes, well, I used to know how to speak Spanish fluently until I got in a car accident and hit my head. And I'm like, I double checked that story with her mother when she was here for the funeral. And yeah, she was never in a car accident and she never hit her head. So that was just another lie that she said in order to get out of being stupid. I don't know. No, no jalapenos. Jalapeno. I'm like, you're Panamanian, right? Shouldn't you know how to pronounce these words? But yeah, whatever. Potato is potato. Ooh, all the animals are passed out. Nice. I'm not getting run over now. Awesome. Yay. You have penis on the brain, TG. I don't know about you. See? Naughty list. Naughty. So I am under orders to clear off the spot on the table for the Christmas tree. So that will get done this coming week. So, my mother, we are putting the tree up. I'm like, yes, ma'am. She's so cute. Um, so I will take a picture of it when I am done. Well, when we are done. Because my mom will start putting decorations on it, and then I will have to fix it. Which is what I used to have to do when I was a kid every year because my mom can't decorate a tree to save her life. But she tries. And it got to a point where there was so many decorations, it didn't matter if she screwed up because the whole tree was decorated anyway, front and back, all the way around. I don't know if I have. I used to have pictures of my mom's tree from when the kids were opening presents and stuff. I don't know if I have them on here or not. I do not know. Not seeing them. I have pictures of my little tree. I don't have pictures of my mom's tree. Yeah, nope. I do not. Oh well. My mom's tree is always so pretty. But, yep. And the old ornaments. My mom had some ornaments that were older than I was. Older than I am. I'm definitely older than I am now. But she got them before I was even born. And then she made a lot. A lot of the ornaments on the tree are handmade. Plus, a lot of them I bought her. Things like that, and ones I made, and things like that. My mom always had an angel on the top of her tree. I don't know what she puts up there now, but she had this old timey angel that she put on the top. My dad hated having to get that thing up there. So yeah, after Thanksgiving, the tree would go up. My dad would put the tree together. after they stopped using the real trees. Um, if they when they were using a real tree after Thanksgiving, he would go get the tree and he would bring it home and set it up, and then he would put the lights on it, and then his job was done. He wanted nothing more to do with that tree. Then it was up to me and my mom. Once the lights were on it, it was up to me and my mom to decorate it. So it was a me and mom thing. And we incorporated that with Talon when he was old enough to be able to put ornaments on the tree. I mean, granted, he was only 4 feet tall and he put them all at the bottom, so we had to kind of move them around a little bit when he went to bed. But um, we let him start putting ornaments on the tree and helping decorate and stuff. John would put the lights on it, and then me, John, and Talon would decorate the tree. There you go, Bubba Claw's hat. There you go. Um, my little Charlie Brown Christmas tree is so small, I don't have anything for the top of it. Although, could technically, if the gnomes are light enough, because they're not open in the bottom. I was gonna say I could put one of those on top of it, but they're closed at the bottom. So nope, can't do that. But it's okay. Wow, that's pretty psychedelic. Yeah. Talon used to have so much fun. And it was so funny because I'd go to put an ornament on. He'd be like, "No, Auntie Bear, already a blue one there," and he'd make me move it. It was so funny. I'm like, "Okay, honey." He would be like directing where we put the ornaments. It's so cute. I hope they put the tree up for him this year. Ugh, tired because I woke up on time for my show and couldn't get online. Ah, yeah, that's what I thought Victoria is on right now. Her weight loss thing with Adam. See, I don't really get into the whole group support things. It's nice to know it's there if I need it. Although, there's always somebody around if I need support with the whole weight loss thing. But to me, it's not really a group sport. You know what I mean? And I don't like anybody checking up on me, I guess, or I don't know. It's like an accountability group, and no, I don't need to be accountable to anybody. So I don't, I don't really need groups for that. But I'm glad they're doing it because there are people that get strength from that, and it helps them. So, alrighty then, TG, you go wash your ass. Yeah. Well, I mean, I have a little like 3 foot tree, so we'll put that up and put my little decorations on it and make my mom happy. She this is my mom. I told you that she wanted me to have holiday cheer in my house, right? Well, I already have like Christmas dish towels. They're holiday dish towels. She brought over two brand new ones today. One has Santa on it and one has reindeers on it. And she came in. She was so proud of herself. She's like, "Look, I brought you festive towels." And she took the tags off and immediately put them on my the handle on my stove. She goes, "There, it looks so much better." I'm like, "Yes, it does." I'm like, "Oh my god." So yeah, I have holiday towels hanging in my kitchen now. She was so proud of herself though. She goes, "Look what I found." She's so cute. So we make her happy. We put them up. We use them. Yeah, that's a big tree. She is very sweet, Bobby. She does. She's trying to cheer me up because she knows that this holidays without John and without anybody around, they bug me. It's very depressing and it's very sad for me. So she is forcing Christmas down my throat to cheer me up. But her heart is in the right place, and I do appreciate it. So we let her do what she wants to do, and Yeah. Yeah. She's a very sweet person. She drives me crazy, but she's a very sweet person. I mean, she's my mom. Of course, she's going to drive me crazy sometimes. She didn't even mind not staying that long today because she felt bad for her dog because of her leaving and then coming back and then leaving again. She's like, "Well, Paris will be happy." Yes, my mom's Chihuahua's name is Paris, like as in Paris, France. Why I do not know, but that's the name she picked. I'm like, okay. Um, so she's like, "Well, Paris will be happy. I'll be home." I'm like, okay. Yeah. Hmm. You need to get a smaller tree, personalized tree, and they'll if you wanna put up a tree, you know. Because yeah, I could see where a tree that big would be intimidating for just one person. But like get a little tree like mine, if you want to decorate and the big tree is too intimidating or too much work for just you, well, then get a smaller tree. Mine goes on my shipping table actually. It goes on the one end of my shipping table. That's where I put it because that's where the plugs are that I can reach. Thomas, I am so sorry you had to find a new place to live. No, she doesn't even know who Paris Hilton is. But have a good day, Thomas. I hope you're able to find a place. I was so happy when you got this place. Sucks that you have to move again. Yeah, that kind of sucks with mine too. All my ornaments, my actual ornaments are for bigger trees, but I make do, you know. And you can also get those ornament display things, the ornament display stands for special ornaments that you want to put out like on a mantle or countertop or something. Yeah, I do too, Thomas. That would be cool. I got to tell you, man, your dad was badass grabbing that snake by the tail. What kind of snake was that? Because I actually did watch that short. I don't watch a lot of shorts, but I saw a snake and I was like, "Hello!" And your dad just walks over, grabs it by the tail. I was like, "Yes, his dad's a badass." That wasn't a poisonous one, was it? Oh yeah, put a string of lights and hang the ornaments on them. Yeah, that could be too. Hang garland. Put the ornaments. You got to be careful though, especially the old-fashioned ones. You don't want them to fall off and break. Carpet python. Okay, so not venomous. Cool. Still, badass. They're mean. They can be very temperamental, especially the wild ones. So I did watch that one. I was like, "Oh, snake, yes, please." I get tired of all the cat videos, and I'm not really into fish. Although, hey, kudos to you for the fish because fish are gorgeous. But snakes and different kinds of animals, I'm all about. I'm like, "Ooh, what's that?" But normally, I don't watch many shorts. I did watch that one though. I have actually unsubscribed from some people that have been posting more than 5 shorts a day because they just block up my subscription tab, and I got tired of it. So away they went. You hear it, kitty. Be right back. Okay. My kitties are sleeping. Don't wake them up. I like it when they're asleep. Yeah, got another 15 minutes or so, and I'm probably gonna end it. I love snakes. Snakes are awesome. I do know that you guys have a lot of venomous ones there, though, so that's why I asked. Those brown snakes you get that get in your house and shit. Nope. My neighbor, when we lived in Cragville, had a rattlesnake get in his house. Man, you could hear him screaming all the way to my house. I was like, "Oh my God, go see what's wrong with Tyrone." So John goes running over there, and Tyrone is killing a rattlesnake with a damn shovel in his kitchen. I was like, "Okay," and screaming like a little girl. Yeah. Christmas tree.
Knock, knock.
Hi, Dibble.
I'm not done. I would be like 15 minutes from being done
It's so pretty.
because I got that much more to go up there. Can you see the top? Wait. You can't really see the star yet. But there is a star up there.
It's beautiful.
Red, white, and green.
Very traditional.
Yeah.
Very, very pretty.
So my mom was out here, and while I was doing that, and she was listening to you, but then she got to feeling really bad.
Sorry.
I haven't said anything, but she really had a bad episode yesterday.
I'm sorry.
When I came in from the UPS place, and I thought she might have had a stroke or something. Her words were not complete words. They were all garbled and out of order, and she wasn't right. It wasn't right, and it was outside, and I grabbed a hold of her and sashayed her inside.
She okay now?
And then after that, I talked to her and got her calmed down, and she seemed to be doing better. And then this morning I made sure that she was okay, but like I've been checking her vitals and if her eyes are dilating okay, and all kinds of. It's just been a real hard day.
Yeah. I had that kind of happen to me a few years ago, actually.
So what's everybody else doing?
I'm talking about Thomas's fish and his snakes and things.
I hadn't been able to look at the chat. Hey, Thomas. Hey, Anvil. Hello, Scarlett. Who else is here?
Bobby.
Hey, Bobby.
I went into a coughing fit a few years back, and I couldn't catch my breath at all. And
it's very scary, Bobby. I'm so worried now. I don't even want to leave the house.
And my brain did that. But when I went in for the congestive heart failure and everything, I told them about it because it had happened like probably a year before, and they did a scan immediately.
Thank you.
To see if there were any traces that I had a stroke, and I hadn't. So I don't really know what happened, but my brain like short-circuited for a few days.
Well, that's the thing. Unless you go to the emergency room while you're having it, after the episode, they don't have any way to tell that you had it unless there's been damage.
Yeah, if there's been damage, they do.
But like if it was a mini stroke and then you just kind of snapped out of it somehow, they really can't tell. Because a few weeks ago, I had to take my uncle to appointments because he thought he had a little mini stroke, and his doctor really got onto him. He said, "You call the the ambulance, and you go. I mean, if we're not able to get the data right then, we won't ever know."
Yeah, because I couldn't use I couldn't use my right arm or my right leg correctly for like 4 days afterwards, and my words weren't coming out right, and I knew that, like I could hear them not coming out right.
And my mom could not. She was so convinced that what she was conveying was what she was trying to say, and like, oh my God, she was getting kind of combative with me because I just kept yelling, "Mom!" It was freaking me the fuck out.
But like I would be talking like I am right now to you, and I'd say, I walked across the and I could hear my mouth going
Wow.
Like, that's wrong, and John would look at me, and I'm like, I'd hold my hand out and like, wait a minute, and then I'd think it, and concentrate on it, and I'd be able to kind
Thank
of
you,
get it
Bonnie.
out. It was scary for a while, and we were at the point. John had said that if I didn't start being able to do things more normal after that 4 days, that I was going to the hospital, but the fourth day everything snapped back into place. So I'm like, okay, I'm good, and it has not happened since. So knock on wood.
I freaking hope not.
Oh, TG said, lovely Christmas card, Dibble.
Yeah, thank you. I know that she doesn't ever check her email now.
Yeah.
'Cause I sent it like 11 days ago or something.
You talk like that every day when you're tired? Yeah, and it was really weird. It was like literally would be mumbling. And it's a word that I would know because I'm very articulate, and all of a sudden it would just be and I'm like, what?
My neighbor said, you mean like if she was talking in tongues or something? I said, yes, like that. Like it was garbled up words that weren't words.
Oh, I did that when I was
And in all the wrong order.
I was doing that when I was giving birth to my son. When I was in labor with my son and I was in the position to like, push, they had given me medication to increase my labor and all that. And the kid's father told me I was speaking in another language totally clearly, but it was no language anybody recognized.
Wow.
But it wasn't garbled, it was completely clear. And I'm looking at him like waiting for an answer, and he didn't know what I was saying. And yeah, I don't know what drugs they gave me, but I went into a totally different. Yeah, I was speaking like, I don't know, Marion or some shit. It was weird, and I
You were
don't know
speaking
that
what?
language, Sumerian, like
Oh.
some lost language that of people that don't exist anymore. It was really weird because I don't know any other languages fluently.
Huh. You were being possessed.
No, just probably regressed to whatever past life I lived at one point came to the forefront because of the medication and the pain. I was not speaking minion, you bitch. I mean, TG. Although I can mimic them if I really want to, but I don't really want to, so I'm not going to.
You and Scarlett. You and Scarlett act like sisters.
Yeah, except I'm not a fibbing Halo thief.
Well, she's never actually stolen, has she? She just lies.
She steals Kathy's Halo all the time.
But is it really, really stealing?
Yes.
I don't
'Cause
like to think of her as a thief.
We know it's not TG's Halo because she is not an angel in any shape, way, or form. So therefore, it is stolen. It's wealth Pinocchio over there.
This is so hard to do. So I have this long pole thing that I've been using. So I stay off of the ladder.
Yeah, stay off the ladder.
But my pole thing won't stay long. It keeps sliding down.
This sounds like a seriously personal problem. Yeah, Bobby, that's exactly what happened to me, Bobby. It was lack of oxygen to the brain because I couldn't breathe. I literally thought I was going to pass out.
Well, she has a pacemaker, so.
Oh yeah.
She has a little Wi-Fi monitor device that is right beside of her bed that connects to her pacemaker, and her pacemaker didn't go off at all. I mean, the monitor thing, it still says normal and that everything's okay. So I don't know.
Yeah, Bobby, that's exactly what mine did, except it lasted 3 or 4 days, not 24 hours. But I only had weakness on one side. My right arm, and my right leg weren't working as they should have. And I couldn't speak correctly. But yeah, I thought I was I literally thought I was going to die like Elvis did in the bathroom, passed out because I was in the bathroom and I couldn't breathe. I was coughing so hard I couldn't draw air in, and I mean my whole face went numb and it felt like my eyes were bulging out of my head. It was horrible. I was like, "Good God, I do not want to die in the bathroom." You know? Yeah, it was bad.
Well, are you still gonna go? Or did you change your mind once I got on live with you?
Got a few more minutes. Yeah, that was the only time I had that had happened, Bobby, and that was a good
Oh, wow.
5 or 6 years, maybe. Yeah, and they'll said duct tape it and deal with it.
Okay.
Stay off the ladder if you're by yourself.
I am now. And she shut the door, so if she was in there hollering, I wouldn't be able to hear her. But I need to hurry up and finish this and put the ladders up. And then I got stuff out at the back door I got to put in the building. So much to do. I got to go pay that stupid ass ticket tomorrow.
We're gonna start calling Dibble Mrs. Claus because our house looks like Santa's house.
Not yet. Fitting to be.
I like it though. Your house makes me happy.
Well, you can live vicariously through my pictures.
Yay!
Yay! My star on this year is really good. I had the most awesome star ever 2 years ago, and it quit. And then I tried to fix it, and freaking nephew got all tweaked out and took it all apart.
Yeah.
So it won't ever work again. Last year I had to put a really small one, and proportionately I need a really big one.
Dibble needs a big one, people.
I need a big one, y'all.
Right, Bobby? You are not Dibble's star on the tree. She needs one that's shiny and real, not tarnished and stolen.
She's a pretty bright star, y'all.
Yeah.
She's a princess.
Yeah. You know what a star is? It's a big ball of gas.
Ooh, gassy star.
I don't know, Hemville. I'm afraid to ask.
I live right by a base, and there's been a ton of big military vehicles going out in the air, planes and stuff. I guess they're all planes, but whatever. A bunch of different kinds. Some action going on somewhere.
Yeah, I haven't heard about any military stuff, but that doesn't mean that there isn't. I haven't. Usually, if there's some kind of military action going on, we have Chinooks go overhead. And I recognize them because Chinooks are my favorite. And they're very distinctive in their sound, but I haven't heard anything lately.
Well, you probably will soon.
Probably.
Shit's about to get real.
Yeah, it's craziness. The whole planet's going crazy.
So I'm going to put a pizza in later. I mowed all my leaves earlier and got all my Christmas stuff out last night. I wasn't really planning on it, but
well, I'm under orders. I'm under orders from my mom to clear the spot for the tree because we are putting it up next week.
I know, why isn't that thing up today? What's wrong with her?
Because I didn't feel good. So,
she could have done it and you could have undone it. But it would have been up.
She wasn't going to stay if I wasn't feeling good. Mm-hmm. Because if I'm not feeling good, I don't want to stay in the chair because I had to keep getting out of the chair to go to the bathroom, and it makes me very uncomfortable.
What are my ducks doing? What?
So
watch this. Hang on. What are you doing? Do you even see them yet?
Yep.
What are y'all doing?
We're gonna come running to their mama.
They thought, well, where is that lady of ours? She's usually here by now. Where y'all going? You getting ready to go? Look at that, Scarlett. I can't even see any chat if you're saying anything, but you'll have to read it out loud, Cody. Somebody
And Bill said, "Oh no, quackers."
Quackers. That one right there, that Drake closest to me.
Yeah.
He lives here at my house.
And
I know that because he has a little scar on his beak.
TG said ducks and put a lot of duck emojis in, and Bobby said, "So
duck,
stinking."
duck, duck. Duck, duck, duck. They would like to have something else to eat, but I'm not going to give it to them. Would y'all like to tell my friends something? Y'all want to talk on the internets? To the YouTube peoples?
They're like, "Why is this woman following us but not giving us any food?"
Nope, I'm not going to. Nope. Y'all don't need my help. You're grown. You know how to get food.
Yeah, but it's easier when you do it.
I've already given them something today.
TG said, "I love ducks," and Anvil said, "Those are beautiful ducks."
Thank you. I've known them ever since they were born.
These are the ones that survived.
Yep. Every year.
I will survive.
They're still my group. I thought I was going to get some gooses a minute ago. They just flew over and they didn't stop. I haven't seen Goose Dad in like 10 days. They're on the road. Bye, lady. Bye. Oh, sorry.
Right. Yeah, that's loud.
Sorry. Well, you should hear me when I'm out here hollering at them. I tell them bye every night. I go, and just imagine I'm doing this really loud. Bye, lady. Bye, Drake. See you tomorrow. Bye. But I'm yelling as loud as I can yell. My neighbors love me, you know it.
I would imagine so, yeah.
But they get called like that every day, every evening. And then in the wintertime, it's kind of still early now. But in the wintertime, I always see them in the mornings and I tell them good morning. Good morning. Look at that.
There they go. Time to go.
Because I call them off every day. Bye. I'm not going to yell.
And Bill wants to know if it's the white geese that are noisy.
Well, yeah, because that's the way they talk.
Yeah, they are noisy. I've been on the phone with Dibble when they've been yakking.
All right.
You don't want to stay big?
Huh?
You don't want to stay big?
Nope. Well, I'm walking, so I don't want to make everybody busy.
Yeah, don't do that.
I gotta go back to the front and finish up my lights. But I knew they were getting ready to go and they were getting antsy. So, dude, I screamed, I hollered over at the crazy guy across the street today. He was fighting with his girlfriend and then he started yelling at his mom like he was going to hit her. And I was outside. I had mowed over the leaves, but a lot of it got on the patio. And so I was sweeping the driveway. And as soon as he said his mom's name, because he didn't even call her mom, he called her Melinda. And I heard Melinda and I'm like, what? Stop. And he's like, who the hell is that? I'm like, it's your damn neighbor. Stop it.
Isn't that the guy that like waves guns around and shit?
Yeah, and they shot his. Well, it wasn't his parents. It was.
Don't get shot.
Yeah, he's a bad person.
She's in Myrtle Beach, Enville, South Carolina. Yeah, it's 5 o'clock here too.
Well, it's almost dark here.
Yeah.
I'm right on the ocean.
She's on the opposite side of the state from me. She's
It
way
is
over. She's way over
5
yonder.
p.m. here too.
She's over yonder.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna go now. I need to wrap my stuff up and go check on my mom again.
All right, honey. Thank you for
Love
showing up.
ya. Bye, everybody. Bye,
Love
Kodi.
you. Bye. I love Christmas decorations. Which is why it's hard for me, because I love Christmas decorations, but looking at them like in my house makes me sad. So, all right, you guys, if you have any links you want to put in, legitimate links, TG, go ahead and put them in. I went late today. So, and now I'm tired. I hope everybody has a great evening. I will see you around the YouTubes, my fellow YouTubians. To anybody that watches this later, hi, bye. Have a great one, guys. Thanks for coming and playing. I love you guys. Bye.